Hello guys, welcome to LaunchCamp. How are we all doing? Okay, there's too much noise. There's an echo from here. Let me get that out. Yes, I hope you can hear me loud and clear. LaunchCamp Day 2. LaunchCamp Day 2 is here. Let me know where you're watching me from. Let me know where you're watching me from. Can you guys hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? LaunchCamp Day 2, one of the flagship, most powerful events for authors in Africa. Oh, awesome. They can hear me. Hallelujah. Good to have you guys. Please, did you watch yesterday's sessions? We had 3 powerful sessions yesterday. Did you watch them? What did you learn from yesterday? What did you learn from yesterday? Hello, Simon. How you doing? Simon Matthew, good to have you here. Good to have you. Did you watch yesterday's session of LaunchCamp? We had 3 amazing sessions. I started with teaching on how to build your own empire as an author. And then when I finished, we had Dr. Tali to expose us to cryptocurrencies. Sorry, not cryptocurrency, blockchain technology. Blockchain is basically about how you can leverage the blockchain to build your own, to build a business. Okay, as an author, how you can leverage the blockchain, various ways that you can leverage. And then lastly, we had Dr. Malik talking about video marketing. Which one was your best session? Yesterday was powerful. Value upon value. 3 amazing guys that I've known for a long time, and they came to deliver value, man. So let me know who was your best, what was your best session, what have you learned from the sessions so far? And let me know where you're watching from. Okay, also. Let me know where you're watching from. Please, you have to represent your country in the comments. You need to represent your country in the comments. Let's know that your country is here with us. Our guest is about to come on. That is Ekpo Bassey. It's one man that I respect so much. He's about to come on now, and he'll be teaching us the importance of networks and how you can build your own networks. So somebody says, I watched Dr. Tale's session and I learned a lot about blockchain. Awesome. Today will be powerful, guys. One of the best teachers I know, one of the persons that I learned a lot of the things that I know now. In fact, he was the catalyst. Yes, Nora from Nigeria. Nora has been showing up for our sessions. We have another person from Abuja watching us now. Where are you watching from? Where are you watching from? You gotta represent your country. You gotta represent your country. Don't mind the light issues. We came prepared. At least you can see my face. We will do what we have to do. Okay, Valentine from Nigeria, good to have you. Our guests will be coming up. So let me just do a quick recap of everything that we did yesterday. Okay, while our guest comes on. All right. And I believe that some of you did not join me yesterday. So I want to begin to teach you how to build your own empire. While I start, our guest, once he comes on, we can continue. Building your own empire is very important, okay? It's very important because As an author, you should think of yourself beyond just writing books. You should think of yourself also as somebody who can build an empire, as somebody who can build an empire that you can leverage to grow your brand, build your business, and do amazing things. And when it comes to building your own empire, there are 5 specific things that I talked about yesterday, which I'm going to run through them. Yesterday, we had some little network issues, but now I'm going to talk about them in more detail. Okay? The first thing I talked about is being clear about your message. Okay, that's the first thing I talked about. Being clear about your audience and your message. So I talked about the fact that whatever you have to do in this age, you have to be able to clarify what it is, who your audience are, and the people that you want to reach. We are in this age where you cannot just be making noise to every other person. You cannot just be talking to every other person and not being clear about the specific persons that you want to address, the specific persons that you want to be speaking to. You as a writer, the question you ask yourself is, who are you writing to? What kind of problems are you solving in the society? That guides your message. Okay? That is what you build your message around. There are specific people or authors that you think of, there are specific writers that you think of now, and you note that all of them have something similar. All of them have themes, what they write about often. So the question you ask yourself is, what problem in the society, what problem around you do you want to solve with your writing? Or are you addressing with your writing? Or are you addressing with your book? That's the question that you ask yourself. So I gave an example of myself. There are many things I can do. All right, I can do a lot of things, guys. I can sing. I've had stints in the music industry. So where I was basically in the music business. So where I was teaching people how to grow their brand as musicians and everything. So I can do that. I began to help people who have knowledge, coaches, consultants to build their brand, and everything. I can do that. There are a lot of things I can do. But I decided that my message is always about helping individuals to thrive with their ideas, leverage your idea, your expertise to build something remarkable out of it, especially in terms of income, influence, and impact. But then the second question was, who am I going to focus on? And I decided that I'm going to focus on authors, because authors also need to build their income, impact, and influence. The question that you ask yourself is, who are you going to focus on? One of the people that I work with, she decided to focus on parents. So everything that she does, she focuses on parents. She helps parents to learn how to raise their children. She helps parents to learn how to be people who add value to their children, parent right, who are intentional with their parenting. And because of that, it's easy for her to penetrate that market. Okay? So that is the first thing that I talked about yesterday. Let me know, who are you serving? Who is your market? Let me know in the chat area. Who are the people you are serving with your expertise, your knowledge, your ideas, especially with your writing? Who are the people that you are serving? Let me know in the chat area. Okay? Let me be sure that our guest is ready. Let me be sure that our guest is ready. Who are you serving with your writing? Let me know in the chat area. Who are you serving with your writing? Okay. Our guest is ready to do audio with us. Unfortunately, we can't do video, having video issues, but audio will work very fine. You just have to pay attention. So somebody says, I serve victims of domestic violence and the vulnerable in the society. Beauty, beautiful victims of domestic violence and the vulnerable in society. That is a big issue that you can major on. That is a big issue you can build something remarkable around. And a lot of people will know you for that. Okay? So quickly, I am going to bring up our guest. Now, what we will be talking about is something that will change your life if you listen to it and pay attention very well. So, you'll be talking about how you can build high value networks that you can leverage to grow your business as a writer, as an author. And he's somebody that I've learned, he's a catalyst for who I am today, where I am, and the things that I'm doing. And the funny thing is that he's very quiet. He's not funny, but he's a very quiet man, and I like his style, and I talk about him a lot. Okay, so let me bring on Victor Ekpo Bassey. I'm going to play his bio, and then once I play his bio, I'm going to bring him on to the screen, and he will be doing justice to the topic.
Victor Ekpo Bassey is a world-class performance consultant who specializes in using neuroscience and accelerated change technologies to help ambitious high performers achieve impossible goals in life and at the marketplace. For 20 plus years, he has been in the trenches researching the dynamics and structure of influence, power, and performance. He formalized this research into a framework he has named the Community Mastery Method. This framework is currently being deployed by influential entrepreneurs, corporate leaders, and thought leaders across Africa, the United States of America, and United Kingdom to help them create, leverage, and monetize their influence. Victor has served as strategic advisor to 3 African presidents and has been instrumental helping these leaders make quality decisions that made a positive difference in the life of millions of Africans. Let's make welcome Victor Ekpo Bassey.
Okay.
Yay! And the crowd goes wild.
I greet you, sir. So good to have you here. I am feeling elated having you here. Let's not mind the Backbele network, Backbele camera. Just let's ignore it. We are good with your voice. Good to have you here, sir.
Thank you very much for having me. It's really, really great to be here. And I love what you're doing. I stalked you over the week and I was like, whoa, I don't even know this guy anymore.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And I'm glad that you are one of the people that made it possible for me because I still remember my session with you in your house and all the rest. I mentioned, let's not go into all the story behind it, please. And I beg that you don't mention the story. But I but, but I know that after that day, I went to my hotel room and I spent 6 hours going through everything that we did. I'm not sure I slept that night, but I'm here today. And I can always say that it's you that helped make that possible.
I'm glad.
Thank you.
I'm glad.
So I'm going to put you on full screen and then you can do your thing, sir.
Okay. Would I be able to share my screen?
Yes, you can. Well, yes,
Okay.
you should be able to do that. Let me
Okay,
see.
so let me see. Can you guys see my screen? Just let me know if you can.
Okay, yes, I've seen it. Let me put it on now.
Okay.
Aha. Yes, we can see your screen now.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to make this really, really, really fast.
Oops. We can't hear you again. Sir, are you here? Uh-oh. Oh, guys, sorry about that. He'll be back here very soon. He'll be back here very soon. You don't want to go anywhere. You want to hang in for this session. Um, you don't go anywhere, please. So he'll be back very soon. This is a topic that I want every one of us to learn, because if you can learn that, it's going to revolutionize everything that you do as an author and writer. Because authors and writers, we tend to be on our own too much, and it's not good. We tend to play our own game too much. Yes, it's good to play your own game, but don't play it alone also. At some level, you want to bring in other people to play that game with you. And that is why we have brought the Chief Tribe Master, Victor Ekpo Bassey, to do justice to this topic for us. Okay, and if we can just we'll be having him on here shortly. By the way, let me confirm that our other guest who is coming in after Mr. Victor's session has just confirmed that she is ready to go. Yes, she is ready to go. Okay. While we wait for Mr. Victor, I'll just play a video of the Platform Academy. For some of you who have been asking about Platform Academy, I'll play a video to give us some background as to what the Academy is about. Let me be sure that Mr. Whoa, I'm seeing money on the screen. A few minutes more, guys. We're trying to sort out audio issues. I'm sure you can't hear him. Were you hearing him still speak? Let me know in the chat area. Were you still hearing Mr. Victor speak? Oops, 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 oops. Wow, we're having technical issues, man. Oh, okay. So somebody says, I can't hear him. Yes, I was asking if you can hear Mr. Victor. Okay, I think it's back now. So let me put him back on. Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Okay, you should be able to hear me now. Yeah, I can. Apparently, the moment I shared my screen, my audio went off. I have no idea why that happened.
Uh-oh.
So I'm going to
So,
try. I'm going to try again and keep my fingers crossed.
okay.
How about now?
Okay. Your screen is up.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can still hear you.
Okay, so I'm not going to mess around with anything. I'm just going to do this and run this as fast as possible. Okay, guys. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. Essentially, what I'm going to be talking about this evening is how to build a high value network as an author, and these are ethical cult building strategies for authors who want to build empires. I've been in the empire building game, and in the community building game, and in the network building game, and in the tribe building game for upwards of 20 plus years as of now, 25 actually, if anybody is counting. And what I'm going to be sharing with us today is slightly different from all the social media strategies that you probably might have heard of as of this particular point in time. But these things are powerful. And if you do them, you're going to get, if not the same result, but you're going to get a dramatic shift in the quality of results that you're currently producing. Now, you guys heard my bio, but I think the only bio that really, really matters is this one right here. And that's because smack in the middle of the pandemic, the background story on this was that in 2019, I had run into like a crazy amount of debt. I'm not going to bore you with the story here, but I was able to get into debt, get out of debt. And by the time I was coming into 2020, I was literally starting from scratch all over again. To make matters worse, I had a group on Facebook that had about 10,000 members, and it was a great revenue generator. The group was called, as of that particular point in time, the Highly Paid Experts Network. And guess what? Facebook locked me out of that particular group. And so here I was, I needed to take care of my family. I had just come out of death and I was at ground zero. I needed to make things work. And so what I did is exactly what I'm going to share with us today. And by the end of that year, the figure that you see on the screen is what basically came in. Now, I'm not talking about revenue. Okay, I'm talking about income that actually came in, income that I used for myself, for my family, to take care of our needs and all of those kinds of things. This is it. I don't live outside of Nigeria. I live in Nigeria, specifically in Lagos, and I'm not on VI, so I live on the mainland. So the reason why I share this is so that you understand very, very clearly that quite a number of things are very, very possible for us right here from Nigeria. But you have to change the way you think about things. You have to change the way you think about how you are approaching yourself there in the marketplace. So this is the only bio that I want you guys to pay attention to, because it's the only one that is related directly to what we are talking about here today. So Richard, can you still hear me, just to be sure?
Yes, I can still hear you loud and clear.
All right, fantastic. So moving on. So if you're going to implement this, here's a quote. It says that great things are done by a series of small things brought together. The methods and techniques I'm going to share with us today, they are very, very small things, ridiculously small things. They're so simple, it will annoy you. But putting them together in the structure that I'm going to share with you will enable you get a lot of amazing things done. One of the least talked about success skills is intentionally identifying, building, and strengthening a network that supports the achievement of your goals and dreams. We know all about online marketing. We know all about sales. We know all about all of these things. But the simple common sense strategy of knowing how to connect with another human being and leverage them ethically to create support for your goals and dreams is something that most of us really don't know how to do. And that's what we're going to be focused on today as authors. All right. Now, if you do what I'm going to share with you, what's going to happen is that your sales will go up. If you are in the business of generating clients, you're going to get the best of the best clients. You're going to build a very, very deep connection with your audience and community. You'll get lower costs for every single thing. You'll be able to sell without stress. Now, here's something that you need to understand again. You see this figure that you have on the screen? It came from not from my list of 10,000 people. It came from 149 people. So I focused on 149 people throughout 2021, and this was what came as a result of that. There are no government contracts here. There are no corporate training contracts here. None of those things are here. This came from 147 individuals. Okay, so it's really, really powerful. You don't need a lot of people to change your life. You just need to know how to connect with the right people and at the right time. So it would lower your cost, and you'd be able to sell effortlessly without stress. I have been off social media for oof. Okay, so I went on a break. I was off social media for about 2 years or thereabout. I came back and I haven't really been on social media like I usually have been. And that's because most of what I do right now is seriously implementing the strategies that I'm going to be sharing with us right now. And it has freed me up to be able to build networks and build communities on my own terms and not be a slave to algorithms or anything like that. So, step one, you have to be really clear. In order for you to build a network as an author, you have to ask yourself, what exactly do I want? Okay, what exactly do I want? If I'm going to connect with people and if I'm going to build these high value networks, what do I want them to support me in doing? Now, all of us here will have like 1,001 different things that we want, but I'm going to recommend a goal that every single one of us here should consider having. And that is for us to, instead of just focusing on selling the book that we have with us at this particular point in time, we really should consider the fact that this book can be the foundation of a business. And because it's the foundation of a business, I am recommending that we focus on creating multiple streams of income that together form a media company. Okay. I don't have the time to go into the details of a media company, but this is what it should look like when every single thing is set up. So this is what my media company currently looks like. There's 5 different arms to it. You need to think about publishing, you need to think about training, you need to think about licensing, you need to think about media and PR, you need to think about ancillary profit centers. Now, when you have these 5 things together and you build them out, guys, when they say the sky is your beginning, it is absolutely true. So, to give things into context, I've got my Power Ideas audio, monthly audio CD. I've got ebooks in 4 different markets. I have courses and multimedia flagship programs in 6 different markets. I have 1 printed book, mini books and guides that I sell from anywhere from 200 naira to 44,000 naira. I've got rights to other people's materials. I have an entire hypnotherapy brand of things. I get into keynotes. Because, look, this entire thing is something that each and every single one of us can start thinking about building out by just having these 5 areas there. And don't worry, guys, I'll send this slide, make it available to pretty much every single person, so you'll be able to like have an idea of what to do. But in terms of goals, this is what I'm suggesting that you do. Okay, build out this media company that provides you with multiple streams of income. And all of this, guys, all of this started with just one miserable book. Okay, one particular book that I built at some particular point in time, and I started selling, and every single thing built out from that one book. Okay, so it starts first of all with you trying to figure out what exactly do you want? What exactly is your goal? Now, once you've sorted out what's your goal, you need to start thinking in terms of who will you need? Okay, who will you need to help you get to this particular place that you want? I have a very specific practice. Okay, and that practice is simply every single year write down a list of 100 people that I want to connect with. And because I'm very deliberate in who I want to connect with and why I want to connect with that particular person, every single person in my network at this particular point in time feels a very specific need. If I want to get a message out to 500,000 people today, I can. Not because I have 500,000 people, but because I have access to people who together can put me in front of 500,000 people. Okay, so once you set your goal, you need to decide for yourself who are the people who are critical to building who are the people that you need to build critical relationships with in order for you to achieve your goal. Okay, so I'm sorry if I'm running really fast. It's because, well, I have very little time, so there's quite a lot of things that I'm hoping that I'll get to cover for you guys this evening. All right, so first of all, you've got to be clear on what you want, and I'm suggesting that every single one of us here focuses on building a media company. Number 2, you've got to be clear on who you need. All right, write out a list of all the people that possibly you would need to connect with, you need in your network. So we're talking about influencers, we're talking about bloggers, we're talking about podcasters, you're talking about TV show hosts, you're talking about radio newscasters, you're talking about people with big email lists. Look, write the list down, okay? Until you're clear about who you need to connect to, you don't have a basis for actually building a network, okay? Step 3 is, who do you need to become, okay? In order for these people to take you seriously, in order for these people to give you attention, they must be able to see you as someone who is worthy of their attention. They need to be able to see you as someone who is worthy of leadership, okay? Every single person that I have in my network today that connects me to opportunity, I mean, check out Richard, okay? Without Richard, I wouldn't be here in front of you beautiful people at this particular point in time. But in order for Richard to bring me here, Richard has to be able to see me in a particular way. Richard has to be able to see me as someone that he can respect, that's someone that he can pay attention to. Without that, I wouldn't be here. Okay. So what's the criteria? How do you think through who you need to be in order for people to pay attention to you? Well, first of all, you've got to think about this. In order for you to get one person, a particular kind of person, to be interested in you, what kind of information and what kind of people do you need to have around you in the first place? What kinds of habits and behaviors do you need to adopt online and offline? What kinds of skills and capabilities do you need to start developing? What values and beliefs do you need to start to have? And when I'm talking about values and beliefs, I'm talking about your decisions about what is important to you and your decisions about what is possible for you. All right. Today, I'm a strategic advisor to presidents here in Africa. In order for that to happen, my beliefs about myself, my personal identity, the way I see myself, and the things I believe are possible and the things that I believe are important, they had to change from the person I was back in 2012. Okay, so it's very, very important that you do this. And then, of course, you've got to look at your identity. All right. Now, when you walk through all of this, it gives you an ongoing plan of action that you can follow to progressively be the kind of person that influential people will look up to and say, that's an interesting person. That's someone that I should really, really pay attention to. Now, step 4 is for you to clarify your outreach strategy. Okay. How are you going to reach out to these people? Okay, assuming you don't even know who these people are, you don't have any basis for contacting them, you don't have any basis for reaching out to them, you don't have their phone numbers, you don't have squat. How exactly do you reach out to these people? Assuming you don't know anybody and you're starting from scratch, you just have your list of 100 people. What exactly do you do? Well, this strategy that I'm about to share with you, it's what I call the 30-minute network maker. It's something that you can do for every single day. You do this every single day, 30 minutes to an hour every single day. They are ridiculously simple actions, but you'll be surprised what will happen within 2 weeks of just following through with this. All right. So thing number 1, are you guys ready? Thing number 1, thing number 1 is for you to make an introduction to 2 people in your network every single day. All right. Introduce people to other people. And when it comes to introducing people to other people, the secret to it is for you to just simply pay attention. Every single day you're scrolling on Instagram, every single day you're scrolling on Facebook, you're just going through pictures, you're just going through videos and all that, but you're not really paying attention to what's happening in the chat. You're not paying attention to what's happening in the comments. And even if you're paying attention to what's happening in the comments, you're not really paying attention to what people are actually communicating. If you're paying attention, it's possible for you to meet somebody who has a need in one particular post and see someone who can supply that need in another post and just basically connect them together. Okay. But it starts with you being able to pay attention. All right. Build your list of 100 people that you want to connect with right now. All right. Build that list. That list, every single one of us, we say that we don't know anybody. But if you scroll through your phone, there are fundamentally people that could actually move the needle for you. It's just that you got their number at some particular point in time. You've never bothered to follow up with them. Now, as you're building your list and as you're introducing people, which is really, really, really key. Just taking the time out to introduce people to each other, people who can solve people's needs, each other's needs, people who have a basis for connecting together. Just being the person that brings A and B together is an incredibly powerful thing. But you need to know that every single introduction is a recommendation. Okay, and you need to, if it's someone that shared their contact information with you privately, you have to understand that you need to get permission from them to share that. But if it's just two random people that you're meeting on the internet, meet each of them individually, talk to them about their needs, and let them know that, hey, there's someone that I think you should know, that I think would be important for you to know in order to move from where you are to where you need to be. All right. Second thing is to send a note of joy or gratitude every single day. Guys, like I said, these are ridiculously simple things. Okay. When was the last time you woke up in the morning and you said thank you to people who either because of their posts made a difference in your life, or because you just wake up every single day and every single time you see them smile, they make a difference in your life, or they did something for you without even knowing that they did it for you, and you just kept quiet. You never actually said anything to them. Okay, you see a number of people celebrating birthdays. This thing about celebrating birthdays, I'm not just talking about going to their wall and saying, oh, happy birthday. I'm talking about you being deliberate, consciously and deliberately reaching out to people and letting them know that you care. All right. There are a few strategies that I have here that I think every single one of us will find useful. Like I said, I will provide this for every single one of us to go through, just in case, for the sake of time, I'm not able to go through every single thing really, really fast. Third thing is for you to share an article or piece of content with someone in your network. Now, when I'm talking about sharing an article or piece of content with someone, we want something that is related to their goals. We want something that solves a problem for them, and we want something that makes them valuable, that makes you valuable, something that gives them clarity, something that gives them confidence, something that improves their skill in one particular way or the other. And I'm not talking about you just posting on Facebook. One of the things that I did that really, really got me out when I was starting out again was I opened a completely different Facebook account so that I would have a backdoor into my group. But when I opened this Facebook account, I started doing these same things that I'm asking you guys to do here. And when it came to this step 3, in the groups that I found out that most of the people who were leading these groups really did not know how to lead groups effectively. So what I did was I put together a 25-page document and I sent it to each and every single one of them with the option that, hey, if you need anybody to explain this to you, I'll do that for you, and I'll do that for free. And that was basically how everything essentially started out for me. Some of these people reached out to me, and they were blown away by some of the things that I shared with them. After a while, one of them just simply asked me, Victor, don't you have anything to sell? And I was like, ha! So I offered them my brand acceleration workshop for $97. I gave them $70 ahead of time as commission, and $27 came back to me. These people filled filled a Facebook account, sorry, a Facebook group where I was holding this workshop. They filled it with over 400 people. I spent 5 days with these 400 people, and at the end of the day, I made an offer to these people for a follow-up program. The program was priced at $5,280 total was what that entire program was priced at. And I was thinking maybe like 2, 3, maximum 5 people would take me up on the offer. Imagine my shock when over 200 people bought it. It was insane. But would I have had access to that opportunity? The people that came to that brand acceleration workshop as of that particular point in time, none of them knew me. None of them knew me. They came on the strength of somebody that I offered help and support to. All right. So very, very important. Today, part of my marketing strategy is just giving people commissions to go and sell the brand acceleration workshop. But it's important that you think through this. All right. Number 4 is to introduce yourself to someone who is ideal to you. Every single person here, there are people who could open doors to you to distribute your books at a very, very high level. There are people who could who could introduce you to people who could buy hundreds and thousands and tens of thousands of copies of your book. But because you're not taking the initiative to leverage social media to introduce yourself to people. And there's a right way for you to do it, and there's a wrong way for you to do it. But just the idea of reaching out to someone and saying, hey, hi, my name is this. I just thought we should connect. Okay. And you do it like a decent human being. A lot of things happen for you. But like I said, you start off with a list. Okay. LinkedIn is an amazing place for you to build contacts as an author. All right. Number 5 is for you to ask for a referral or testimonial from someone in your network. So every single person, we're already familiar with the power of asking for testimonials and asking for referrals and all of those kinds of things. So I'm not going to dwell too much on this. However, this is the one that most of us really don't get into the habit of doing. How many books have you read from people? And of all the books that you have read and the books that have really, really made a difference in your life, how many times have you sat down, done a video, and sent that video to the author to say, hey, thank you. This is what I got out of your book, and your book has been a blessing. Feel free to use this in promoting yourself. Look, it's the little things like that that open doors for you. Okay, I have a friend of mine, Ronald Nzimora. There's a particular author that he likes. That guy's name has just skipped my brain at this particular point in time. But this particular author, he read this particular guy's book and then sent him not just a review, but he went to Amazon, packaged the gift for him on his birthday, added the video, sent to the guy to like say, "Oh, thank you very, very much for what you did for me." And when the guy was writing his new book, guess who he sent copies to? Guess who he brought on board as a beta reader? It was Ronald. And that relationship has blossomed into multiple different opportunities for Ronald. This thing about going out and being an inspiration to someone and being a force of good, not hiding other people's light, not being selfish with giving people accolades and recommendations and testimonials and just saying good stuff about people that you have experienced. This one thing, incredibly, incredibly powerful. And then, of course, the final thing, every single day, make an offer. Every single day, make an offer. As simple as it. That offer could be to have a sales conversation. It could be to just sit down with somebody and walk the person through the content in your book and coach them, sometimes on a pay what you want basis, sometimes on a free basis. It really doesn't matter. But the point is, take some time out every single day to connect with someone physically, one-on-one, whether on Zoom, whether in real life, whatever it is. Look, these 7 things, that's all I did. That's like literally all I did in 2020. This is what changed my entire life. If you search me on Facebook, you're going to see 2 separate profiles. There's the profile that Richard connected with me on, and that's like my primary profile and all of that. But after Facebook locked me out of my group and locked me out of my profile, I created a second profile. That second profile, if you go to it, you will see a lot of posts. You're not going to see a lot of posts on that second profile. And that's because that profile does not operate based on posts. It operates based on these 7 things that I am sharing with us right now. And it was on that profile that I generated this by just doing these 7 things consistently. So I know I've rushed quite a bit, but it's to make sure that I am staying on time. And to close everything out, here is one thing that I want us to keep at the back of our mind. Don't try to be the 10K per client expert or author, as the case may be. Rather focus on being the one who delivers $100,000 of value. Look, this game, yes, you're an author, but you're not in the book selling game. You're in the relationship game. All right. And it's the relationships that you create on a day-by-day basis that gives you the leverage and the opportunity to do more than you actually think is possible at this particular point in time. So, guys, that is pretty much it. Thank you very, very much. And Richard, over to you.
Okay, hey, immediately I saw that 3 point something million dollars. I just adjusted my seat. I say, and then he said $5,000, 200 and something people think that. I brought that calculator because I need to calculate that kind of money in my life.
It was
But
insane. It was just crazy. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. Please, if you have any questions, drop them in the comments very quickly so that he can go. Guys, this thing that he taught, one of the things I love about Mr. Victor's teachings is that you can look at it and know what to do next, what to start doing, the simplicity but value of those actions that you're supposed to take. That's one of the things I love about his sessions. And I've taken note of, in fact, one of the strategies that he mentioned, I somehow thought about that strategy and implemented it. That was how I got to know. I did that for Steve Harris. I did a video review of his book. I sent to him.
Okay.
I did that for Sam Obafemi also. I did the video review. It was the first person I did it for. Awesome. And that I know where that relationship has that for, especially for Sam Obafemi, where I've gotten to. I'm actually co-authoring a book with him this
awesome.
year.
That's nice.
So the point I'm making is that these strategies that he has shared with you, look, guys, I have the privilege of I've been learning some of them way ahead of time before you people. So I've been learning them from him before. Okay, he said somebody is saying, can you share the presentation slides?
Yeah, I'll send a copy. I'll send a copy of it to you, Richard, so that everybody can have access to it. I don't have a problem with that. I'll send a copy to you.
Okay, guys, so he's going to give us access to the presentation. I'll send them to you. I have everybody who registered for LaunchCamp. I have their email, so I'm going to email that to everybody. Any other questions? Somebody says such a powerful session. Thank you. I guess we're not having any questions. If anybody comes in and watches later and have any questions, I'll pass it to him. He can respond. Ask your question now, because if you need him, if you come later, you will pay. He's not a 1,000 naira person. Sure, you people have been seeing dollar here. All right. So I'm really grateful, sir, for you being here. I'm going to let you go. It's been an amazing session. I've learned a lot. I wrote down all the seven things that you mentioned, and
thank you.
I'm really grateful. Thank you so much, sir.
All right, then. Thank you very much, too. Take care of you.
All right, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So, somebody says he's just joining. Yes, the video is in the group. You have access to the video. You can always watch the video for LaunchCamp. It's right here in the group. So just after this session, go back, rewatch it. Listen, guys. One thing you have to know is that Tayo Fawole says just coming in. Yeah, but you have to go back and watch the video, because Victor Bassey is somebody that I have known I met him in 2014. And before 2014, I've never heard about him. I've never heard anything about him. I was just searching through Facebook and I saw him, decided to pay for his programs for somebody I never met before, and paid for his program, traveled 7 hours from where I was to meet him in his house and had a session with him that changed my life completely. And the point I'm making in this is that he teaches simple things that you can do, but the problem is that we've not been able to piece together those simple things into a system that you can repeatedly apply to achieve results. And that is what he has done today. We also go back, watch the video. By 8 p.m., we are going to be having Caroline Short to teach us how you can build a business leveraging your book. One of the key things that Victor Bassey says is that, guys, don't forget it. And I've been saying this in this group. You are not in the book business. Okay? You are not in the book selling business. You are in the relationship building business. Instead of focusing on writing and selling books, focus on building a business. If you build a business, you achieve a lot. And that's why I encourage all of you to join the Platform Academy. The Platform Academy is some of the questions that you guys have, some of the you are not clear about some things, Platform Academy is where I and a group of 5 other experts will be holding you by the hand for 8 weeks to help you create some of these things that we've been talking about in this conference, in this summit. A Platform Academy is where I will work with you to help you write your best-selling book, to help you build your own platform, to help you set up your own, attract your audience to that platform, to help you build even your own networks. And some of the things that Mr. Victor has mentioned is some things that we will touch on them and so that you can apply them. So join Platform Academy. It's scrolling on your screen now, right now, the link to visit, or you can send me a private message on Facebook. Platform Academy is 50,000 naira or $100 to be in the Platform Academy. 50,000 naira, that's for Nigerians, or $100 for international, anybody from anywhere. And you will join Platform Academy. Make that investment in yourself to get access to the quality of information that we have given. Once you make that payment, we will add you to the WhatsApp group for all the members who are in Platform Academy. There is a schedule for the program also. You'll get the schedule of the classes. Also, you'll be given assignments after each of these classes to complete. If you need help executing any of the assignments, we'll give you how to, show you how to execute those assignments. But the whole goal is that in 8 weeks, you will be, and this is the best time for you to even join. In 8 weeks, that is by January next year, you will be achieving remarkable results and setting yourself up for amazing results next year. Okay, thank you guys very much. We're going to go on a 1-hour break. By 8 p.m., that's the next 1 hour, basically. We'll be back here with Caroline Short, all the way from the United States of America, to talk about how you can build a business. Victor Bassey talked about you're not in the book business, and you are instead of focusing on books, focus on building a business. Caroline Short will be teaching us how you can build that business. So by 8 p.m., make sure you are here, and you will not regret it. So guys, see you and take care.